Good morning.
Sunrise Extra Thursday. We don't have a serious topic today. We can have some fun.
Good.
Goodness.
Because it's National Retro Day today. You have like your finger on the pulse of the national
retro?
calendar, my friend. How do you know all this stuff?
Well, that's
It's
what he does for a living.
It's actually embarrassing, to be quite honest
Tell
with you.
me.
No one should look at the National Day calendar as often as I look at it.
Well, you got to think of stories around it. That's why.
Sometimes I'm just curious. Like, everyone knows, like, and this is like common now. Every day has a day attached to it. In fact, there are several days attached to most days. National Cheeseburger Day, National Meatball Day.
You're saying that you're just curious. You would be checking the national calendar if you did not depend on it for work?
I would not look at the National Day calendar. You're
okay,
right.
good. All right.
If I didn't, but I do think I get into the month of March, right? March is coming up, and I'll look at the calendar because I think, hey, there may be something in this National Day calendar that could be fun for us to discuss on the Sunrise Show or this Sunrise Extra. And today, the day that popped up on that calendar was National Retro Day. And I thought, hey, wouldn't it be fun to hear from our viewers, because you guys are fun to listen to. Wouldn't it be fun to hear what you miss most from yesteryear? I don't care what the decade is. Maybe it's the 70s, maybe it's the 80s, the 90s, the early 2000s. Something that was going on back then that we no longer have now that you would like to see come back because you miss it. Maybe it's a fashion style, like maybe bell bottoms. Are they back right now?
Yeah, we've got that. They've come and gone a couple of times since then.
Are they back right now?
No.
Okay, then maybe you'd like them to come back again. Beehive hairstyles, perhaps.
No.
Maybe it's a TV show.
Hair.
I miss Different Strokes.
Big hair.
Who was on Different Strokes?
That was Gary Coleman.
Yeah.
Todd Bridges. Dana Plato. Who played the dad?
I can't remember. The old dude.
Yeah, but if you give me a moment, Philip Drummond was the character's name. Hey, Mr. Drummond. Hey, Arnold.
I do miss those, just sweet, harmless,
studio
silly
audience
family comedies like
yes.
TGIF. Was it called TGIF Fridays?
Well, that was the whole lineup
with Full
on Friday.
House and Family Matters and all those shows.
That was a little bit after my time. I was like 16 when that hit. If I was doing TGIF on Fridays at 16,
you were a nerd.
It made fun of at school. You watch ABC on Friday nights. You're a
funny.
ABC Family Nights. I miss that.
I got to get into viewer comments.
I do. Yeah, same.
And I have to push this. We have that number right there in the corner of your screen, 503-226-5111. That's our text line. We're monitoring it daily. It's a very easy way to play in this Sunrise Extra game.
Yeah.
Text us your thoughts. What do you miss most from years gone by that you would love to see come back here in the year
Oh my gosh, someone on Twitter just joined our conversation. Hi, and their handle is Men in Pajamas. I love that.
That sounds like a movie
Who are you,
title.
Men in Pajamas? Nice.
Show yourself. I'm
He's a
logging on to the
hillbilly
text
in
line.
Central Missouri. Thanks for watching. Men in Pajamas on Twitter. That's his handle.
Did
I
you
like
say the
it.
town? Central Missouri?
Nope.
We should be anchors in pajamas.
Okay, so Moonwolf on YouTube. Thanks for watching. They miss parachute pants.
Okay.
Ladybug No Name on YouTube misses VCRs.
What do you miss about a VCR that you don't experience?
I miss video rental stores.
Oh, I
Now I'm a
hated
cord
those.
cutter, and it's so expensive to rent, watch movies on Apple iTunes or...
What about the red box? You still have red boxes out there?
There's not as many. They're harder to find. They're like at 7.
Yeah, 'cause so many people-
They're harder to find because everyone just does streaming.
If you have, yeah, right.
But I
Jeff
miss,
Lucas.
Yeah.
I totally agree with this. Bring back Saturday morning cartoons.
Oh, yeah.
Are there
Do you
not?
remember? What?
Are there don't have
Well,
Saturday
it used to be a bigger
There
thing.
are.
I have no idea how old Jeff is, but I remember back in the day when they would come out in September when school started again. And there was a new Scooby-Doo.
Oh, no, you're right. You're
New
right about that.
Scooby-Doo.
What happened is you have Cartoon Network, you have Nickelodeon.
Yeah, it's just more
they dominate
choosing.
that type of programming. So we would have it on the regular channels. The big ones, NBC, CBS.
Yeah, they always had
ABC
Saturday
affiliates would
morning
have
cartoons.
Saturday morning cartoons.
Yep.
Bugs Bunny was always one of the first ones on.
Yes.
It's when I was a kid in Central Time Zone. It was 7 o'clock Saturday morning. Bugs Bunny started off the morning hours.
I remember something
Looney
else coming on
Tunes.
before that even. Speed Racer would come on in my memories first.
Speed Racer.
And then getting into prime time, 7 a.m., then Bugs Bunny would hit the airwaves. But Speed Racer was early.
Oh my gosh, that was
those
the
were fun.
first Japanese anime. We didn't even
Roadrunner.
call it that, but I love that show.
I was way into it too, apparently at an age that I don't even really remember. I barely remember, but my mom was like, no, that was your favorite. When she stuck me in front of the TV at
Agreed.
2.
So Janet Huber says, bring back no social media.
Right? Yes. I said in my Facebook post, no cell phones.
Yeah.
There you go. Sheila White says, drive-in movies.
Yes, I had someone else say
drive-in movies with your family.
No, we did.
Angelique.
We did have one. We went a couple times, I guess. Yeah.
I can tell you right now, I've never been to a drive-thru movie in my life.
Me neither.
Ever? The one in Newburgh, we could go still to see one. I've never done it.
There was that one wasn't there one in Tigard some years back?
That's the one he's talking about, I think,
Well,
right
that's
on 99?
Well, no, I'm talking about the one, isn't that Newburgh? How about, well, are we talking about two different movie theaters or not? Was there one in Tigard
maybe we
at
are.
some point? Or not?
Oh, I don't remember the one.
Okay, we don't think Tigard, Rod. I think
We don't think Tigard.
Well,
if you go back far enough, there probably was. Come on.
I think Tigard was.
I
founded
stand
around
by
a
my
drive-in movie
comments.
theater. At first, there was just a drive-in theater there in Tigard, and then they built a community around it.
Yeah.
Yeah, then the
Sign
town
is still
followed. That's right.
I remember driving by one though. There was this little diner in Philadelphia that we'd go to as a family, and then we had to go down this one road to get back home. And there was a drive-through, and I remember like loving the idea that like, oh, we're gonna see like I don't know 7 seconds of a movie for free
As you're
driving by.
Yep, I can clearly remember. Get
kinda
this,
fun.
Brenda. I can clearly remember. You may appreciate this too, Rod. Richard Pryor would do like stand-ups that would become movies that you put in theaters. I don't know. He did a few of those,
Yeah.
and I remember like driving by and seeing Richard Pryor's big face on that huge screen as you were driving down that Philadelphia street.
Oh,
That's
interesting.
cool.
I couldn't hear what he was saying. It was probably foul.
Oh, I'm certain it was.
That's a cool memory. Men in Pajamas on Twitter says, I was calling him out for his cool
That's
handle.
what they
He says,
missed.
after leaving Oregon for the service, I miss Arctic Circle,
Oh, yeah.
their root beer shakes, and fry sauce.
God,
I used to
speaking
ride
my
my
language.
bike over in Northeast Portland from my house to Arctic Circle up on Sandy and like 50th and get like milkshakes and stuff.
That was the thing, root
Yeah.
beer, shakes, and I hate mayo. That's probably the only thing, one of the few things that I'll eat mayo.
Fry sauce.
That fry sauce
Yeah.
from Arctic Circle
The
back in
second
the
root
day.
beer
There's
floats
still
or
one in
there's a root beer
Prineville. In
shake?
Prineville, Oregon, there's still an Arctic
You mean
Circle.
root beer float or there was a root beer shake? There was a root
It was
beer
all
shake.
blended together.
Oh, I've never had that.
So Nicole Vetter Pratt says Ramblin' Rod.
Oh, yes.
Ramblin'
I was on
Rod.
Ramblin' Rod one.
Yeah, over on
Were
channel,
you?
channel 12, right? And was that?
Yep.
Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah, on KPTV. Yeah.
Yeah, we want to say anything more about them?
No,
Or
that's
just
it.
Give them the
Just,
call letters and the number.
Ramblin' Rod was a great kids show back in the 80s.
This is
Oh, it was
we have a
before
lot of
that,
dedicated
wasn't it?
viewers on Sunrise Extra. Ginny Carlson comes to mind, for example, as someone who watches us regularly on Facebook. Good morning, Ginny Carlson. But now we've got this regular guy that only communicates, as far as I can tell, on the Twitter, or pardon me, the text feed.
Oh, nice.
He's Bubba.
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 Oh, Bubba's back.
What's up again, Bubba? My brother. Bubba says, I do love Bubba.
Bubba.
Why didn't I name one of the boys Bubba? Bubba and Chase.
Bubba Carney.
Chase and Bubba. Bubba, well, question for you,
we
Bubba. Where are
asked
you
him
from?
before.
Yeah, tell us what part of town we're in.
Well, wait a minute. Can I just tell you what his comment is today?
Tell us.
Bubba says, bring back lawn darts.
Jarts. Or Jarts was one of the companies that made
How
those.
did you
I
do
love
that?
those. They had just a big plastic circle outline that you put
throw
in the
it?
grass, and then you had these big, heavy, like darts.
It
and
did
you
have,
just
like, a little spear
tossed
on
them,
it?
yeah. So they were sharp, so it was supposed to land inside the
Oh, so
circle.
it's super
So it's kind of like
dangerous.
horseshoes,
Yeah.
but it was with
With a lethal weapon.
a lethal point. Yeah, I love that game.
Oh
we had
my
that.
gosh.
Yeah.
So we don't know exactly where Bubba's from yet. I'm sure Bubba will chime in and tell us. All I can tell you about Bubba is that when we talked about the Greater Idaho last week, he mentioned he would love to be a part of Idaho. He said, just keep me out of California. So Bubba, where are you?
Where are you from,
We
Bubba?
want to know.
Where do
Bubba, we would miss you. Don't go to Idaho.
What does Ginny say?
Oh, Ginny Carlson also texting this morning.
Oh, hi, Jenny. Yeah.
Hello there. She says disco
She misses disco.
and dance clubs.
Go. Oh,
That were not yucky. I
Yeah,
love
dance clubs
that.
that weren't yucky.
Denny Terrio.
Dude, there is no place
Remember
to
back in the
dance
day?
anymore.
Disco, you guys are all maybe, well, you two definitely
Yeah.
didn't grow up in the disco age, but that was something. I mean, I'm old enough in the 70s. That's when I was out with the lighted
when I
dance
was.
floors and the big high platform
Wow.
shoes.
Did you have some
Which
of
I
those?
really enjoyed because I was about 5'7" in my platform shoes.
Oh my gosh.
They're like, hey,
the
Rod, how come you didn't wear your
Bee Gees and
platform?
Saturday Night Live.
Like
It was
silky
amazing.
shirts.
Yeah, I had one that was orange with the huge collar.
Oh,
the-
that's fantastic.
And the green leisure suit and all that stuff.
That's what
Yeah,
we
yeah,
need to
yeah.
see.
Yeah.
Pictures
Oh,
from
yeah.
back in the
The
day.
long hair.
It was
Yeah.
solid gold.
Yeah.
That was the dance show.
I remember Solid Gold.
With Denny Terrio. Or were there two different
No,
ones? I
Solid
just
Gold
remember-
had the female host, I thought.
No, they had the dancers. I don't remember, but I loved it all.
Danny Terrio.
Loved it all.
I thought he was Dance Fever.
Yeah, I don't even know. It's too
all
long
kinds
ago.
of great
The other
shows.
day, I bought on iTunes Rapper's Delight from the Sugar Hill Gang. The
That's
song.
a great song.
Yeah.
I hadn't heard it in so long,
Yep.
and so I just played it like to and from the grocery store. I rolled, down the sunroof. It is like the most fun, happy, like, old
Right.
rap song.
Yeah.
No,
So Willie Huey says Walkmans with bass boost.
Bass boost. You miss Walkmans?
I appreciate all these answers, but even like you're saying, like I
come
can
so
still get
far.
Rapper's Delight if I want it.
Yeah.
And I don't need the Walkman anymore. I mean, it was
No,
nice.
I mean,
it makes
we
me
just
think
have-
about the past, but I feel
just
like we've
having the earphones.
I feel like we've
So
improved on that technology.
Yeah.
But something
Dionne
that was-
Warwick hosted Solid Gold.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Angelique
Okay.
says on YouTube.
Okay.
I believe you. but I'm
Tracy
still looking it
Bishop
up.
Yerman, Earthquake Ethels over in Beaverton. It was a dance club.
Oh, it was a dance club.
I was
Was
thinking.
it Beaverton or Portland? Remind me. I think it was Beaverton.
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 Bruce knows. All right.
Can I just say something more about Solid Gold?
Okay.
When I turned to you and said I think it was hosted by a woman, I was not thinking of Dionne Warwick, who you're right, was a host at one time of Solid Gold. I was thinking of Marilyn McCoo. Remember that name?
Oh yeah, Marilyn McCoo. I do. Yeah.
I remember Marilyn McCoo
Who was she
hosting.
married to?
Yeah.
Ah, Marilyn McCoo.
Billy.
I'm going to continue.
Was it a Billy?
I'm going to
What
continue
song
to
is
look up.
that?
Marilyn.
Rapper's Delight.
Yay. Oh, so good. When I lived in Sacramento, they would play this like every Saturday morning. We would go out on news stories, and there was one radio station that would always play it. It was fun.
Farrell's Ice Cream.
Oh, yeah, those were my neighbors growing up.
Linda, yes.
Bob and Mona Farrell were my neighbors growing up, and they owned
Really?
Pietro's Pizza, Farrell's, Newport Bay Restaurant, and one other thing. They started all these restaurants and then kind of sold them off as franchises.
Did you ever get the zoo? What was that big
Oh
thing
yeah,
at
they're
Farrell's?
huge. I had a couple birthday parties there, but yeah, that was like the best.
Wow.
The
That was
best.
fantastic.
Marilyn McCoo was married to Billy Davis Jr.
There you
Is
go.
the answer to your question. Still alive today, Billy Davis Jr. is at 81.
Billy, oh, is that right?
Yes.
Master of the Google
Carmela,
today.
Earthquake Ethels rocked revolving dance floor lights and fog. I
Yeah,
love
revolving
that.
dance floors. That's
On Twitter, Men in Pajamas says he misses Portland International Wrestling on Saturday nights.
Oh, yeah?
And roller skating rinks in every small town. Those were so
Yeah,
fun.
yeah.
You went out to, what was the roller rink that you went to?
Oh, they have the one at
Gre-
Oaks Park.
At Oaks.
That's where you went?
Is that the one?
Skate World was in Gresham.
Skate World.
Yeah.
That's
I only remember being at the
It
one in
just
Oaks
closed.
Park.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Tippy Decker, Keating, The Gong Show, yes.
Oh, yeah.
And then Belinda, American Bandstand.
Yeah.
Good old Dick
Bandstand.
Clark.
Boom, boom. Yeah.
Wait, Director Brian, you said you have what?
Oh, there's
Pictures of
Earthquake
Earthquake Ethels.
Roadhouse, huh? So this was a dance
Earthquake
place?
Ethels Roadhouse.
Never
Yep,
heard
they
of
had
it.
a little dance floor.
Come up with this at? Wow.
Back in, I turned
How about that?
21 in 85, so that was my senior year at U of P.
That's funny. Earthquake
The
Ethel.
first time I stepped foot.
You mentioned Danny Terrio
line
earlier. He
dancing.
was the host of the
Yes.
show called Dance Fever.
Dance Fever,
From
okay.
79 to 87. There you go.
Lori Jones wants to bring back Cupie Cone.
I remember Cupie Cone. It was on Belmont and 39th.
Little ice cream
And it
place,
had
I'm
the
assuming?
spinning, like
I don't know about
a
it.
big plastic, it's like soft serve ice cream.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
And it had the little Cupie Cone doll head that spun on the outside. It was like,
nice.
Belmont and 39th. I remember
Do you
that.
know, Salt and Straw tried to dive into the soft serve world with that Whiz Bang Bar place. Is that still going? Do you know?
In the
It is?
Pine Street Market.
Okay,
It's
it is still.
good stuff.
Okay, I've never had
I love
it.
soft serve. Didn't you love when you go through the drive-through and you'd be like, Mom, please, please.
Yeah.
We have a cone.
It's definitely not as good as I'll say real ice cream.
Oh,
in
it
my
goes
opinion.
down
But
so
it's
just a
easy.
different
there is an
flavor.
enjoyable quality to it.
And
You
those,
just stick your
crappy
tongue on it
cake
and it's going
cones.
down.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
good.
Tippy Machismo Mouse. We love Machismo Mouse.
They almost brought that back.
What
They
was
were
this?
talking-
What is it?
This
It's
was
like a healthy
fast
Mexican
casual
food.
All right.
in
It was still
Portland.
here when you moved in. It was still around in 2000,
By
but
Lloyd
it closed
Center.
quickly thereafter.
Let's have
That's
people
so
text
awesome.
in their favorite ice cream shop from whatever town they live in.
We are encouraging more texts this morning. So again, the text number, you see it right there on the screen, 503-226-5111. I can tell you someone watching on the text line right now is someone who lives in Kiernan. Do you know where that is? This viewer says, good morning to Nina, Brenda, Rod, Drew. I'm watching from Kiernan. I always love Sunrise Extra.
Washington?
Kiernan, yeah, I'm not sure.
Where is Kiernan?
Yeah, what county are you
Viewer?
in?
No, I think isn't the name Kiernan? Because we have a Kiernan who
There's a
watches
Kiernan
us.
that
I am watching from Kiernan.
Oh.
Good morning.
Maybe she means from Kiernan.
Good morning from Kiernan. No, she doesn't mean that.
Good morning from Kiernan.
I know we have a Kiernan who always watches.
Yeah. Okay, I could see good morning from Kiernan, meaning the name is Kiernan, but when she says good morning, Nina, Drew, Brenda, Rod, I am watching from maybe she says I'm watching
See, that is the problem with texting, like no punctuation.
There's no Kiernan, Oregon, or Washington.
Are you Kiernan or are you in Kiernan? Kiernan?
Kiernan.
Oh, machismo mouse, man, that brings back so many.
Oh, Julie Wyatt says she misses common courtesy.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes.
Yeah. I will miss because they're almost all gone. There's only a few old-fashioned walk-up like fast food places where you just have to walk up and order. Like we have a Dairy Queen that still is that way in Vancouver. And someday those will probably all be gone. And when that happens, I'll say I miss those.
There's one across the street from Franklin High School in Portland. That
little burger shop?
Yeah, it's a Dairy Queen, and you can just walk up to it, and the kids come from across the street, and they have little tables outside.
Yeah.
That is kind of cute and nice.
Yeah, I kind of like that.
So one of our leaders in this new text app situation where you can actually text the show your comments, 503-226-5111. His name is Paul. Paul would like to see the power of the text line. So here's a little game I'd like to play if you guys are ready.
In addition, some text.
Yeah, we got one right here. This is again. I've got Kiernan. I am watching from Portland. I am watching from Portland.
Your name is Kiernan.
Got it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That makes a lot of sense.
Got it.
Well done, Brenda.
A topic that we brought up on the show this morning, real quickly. We were discussing whether the proper way to refer to Verbo or VRBO is Verbo or VRBO. Yeah. Do you say, in regards to that rental operation, do you say Verbo, like you sound it out like that, Verbo, or do you say VRBO? Text one or the other. Text what looks like Verbo, or text the letters VRBO right now to that number on the screen, and we'll find out how many of you say Verbo and how many say VRBO. It's an easy game.
This side of the table says
about.
In my head, I was.
You were, but we were actually talking about. I said. That's the way the company markets itself, is Verbo.
Right.
I've never seen a commercial for it. Oh, they have a commercial.
And my point is, I want to continue to call it whatever the people call it.
I think as long as you use it, they don't care what you call it.
Well, it's easier to remember Verbo than the letter of the...
Exactly.
Not at this point for me, it's not.
Or the order of the letters.
Okay, can we digress?
Yes.
Barb Schmidt on my Facebook page, the Farrah Fawcett hairstyle. My hair would never do that, and I so desperately wanted it to.
That was a big thing, wasn't it?
That was,
in the 80s, right?
The windswept hair.
Yeah, the big hair of the 80s.
Farrah Fawcett. Yeah, I can think of all those posters that used to be up in
oh my gosh.
young men's bedrooms back in that day. What's her name from Three's Company comes to mind as well?
Suzanne Somers?
Suzanne Somers. Yes, Suzanne Somers.
There you go.
What was the name of the equipment that she kind of brought into...
Oh, the
pop culture.
What was that? The
Thigh Master.
Thigh Master. That's it. Yeah. Who came up with that?
Well, Suzanne Somers was the big push woman behind Thigh Master.
She was the thighs behind the Thigh Master.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
That's funny.
Oh my gosh. Shakey's Pizza.
Ooh,
Pat Brucken, nicely done.
Shakey's Pizza. This is great because this is what I was thinking about, like things that you just cannot get your hands on anymore.
Right. Yeah.
Some of these restaurants that went away. Again, I was thinking some TV shows that I would love to see come back in their original form, but maybe it's just that style of TV show, that simple family comedy that you just don't really get anymore.
That was just nice to watch.
Family Ties comes to mind.
MTV when it was actually music television. Yeah, Larry Jansen.
Gosh, I watched so much MTV.
You know what made me think about that the other day? When we ran that story on AHA. Why did we run that story on AHA?
Because it had then reached like the most views on YouTube or something.
But they go into... They went into such effort back then to create videos for their songs, artists did. And that just has kind of gone away. You can still look up songs and find videos, but they're typically just the band playing live somewhere. It's not.
Taylor Swift has a new video.
Everyone
came out today, right?
Everyone makes a music video still?
Yeah, the kids, they're watching it somehow.
Lori Jones, Chuck E. Cheese.
Chuck E. Cheese gone? Were they gone? They're not gone, are they? They're still around.
I imagine you guys
They used to
remember
be
like
awesome.
trying to rush home because they would tell you on MTV, this is the next time we're going to play Thriller. Like they would tell you, Thriller is going to be on MTV at like 4:46, and everyone would make an effort. Like I got to be home in time to see the next time they run
That was
Thriller.
quite the production when it came out, wasn't it? Yeah.
There was the extended version that ran like I don't know, almost 15 minutes or so, and then there was the short version that was only about 3 or 4.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
That's before we knew too much about Michael Jackson.
7:21 in the morning.
Whew.
You know, and I don't know. Yeah.
Bionic woman, Stanford. That's awesome.
Gabriel says he pronounces it Verbo.
Verbo.
That's the only response we got.
It's definitely easier to remember.
Some dude on YouTube has a video of how to pronounce it. And in any of the commercials, they don't say it.
Yes, they do say it.
She saw one in the
because
Super Bowl, Brenda did.
That's how I knew about
You
it.
know, it's all goes.
What we do is we argue about things.
All right.
Oh, Chuck E. Cheese in Vancouver. Bring back actual MTV. The original, the Grinder restaurant. Do you remember that?
The organ grinder?
The organ grinder, sorry. The organ grinder. I remember that place.
Now that's a dating site.
Yes.
Stanford Walker, did you mention his comment? Lindsay Wagner? You may have mentioned that. I'm sorry.
Bring back Lindsay
That's when I know
Wagner?
it's probably time
Is
to
that what
close
he's
down
saying?
the shop because
There you go.
we're starting to repeat.
We're repeating ourselves.
Bye, you guys. This was fun. Thanks for weighing in. We'll see you tomorrow.
All right.